Hi, everyone. Hi, Instagram. Hi, Facebook. Hi, YouTube. How is everyone today? I'm really liking this lipstick on me today. Thank you. I just gave myself a compliment, didn't I? I'm waiting for more people to come in and then we're going to get started. Today we are talking about homeschooling. Hi, Princess. How are you? What time is it where you are? How is your day? Or how has your day been, should I say? Hi, Jess. Thank you for coming in. Hi, everyone down here. How are you? If you are on Facebook or YouTube, please feel free to comment because it tells me you're here, but I don't know who you are unless you comment. So that will be great. Oh, yeah, because I just said this lipstick looks good, isn't it? Oh, thank you. I didn't know what it looks like on camera. I just put it on today. And you know what I did? I've actually been experimenting. I've been using two different colors. So this was kind of like red red, and what did I use? Like a purple and a red, and I mixed it together, and it kind of made this dark kind of red, and I think it suits me. I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep experimenting. Um, so let me just pin that. Oh, Instagram is working with me today. Normally, when I try to pin it, it doesn't actually work. But obviously, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, and then I'm here for an hour. An hour later. Hi, Mishpa. Nice to see you. It's 2:36 here. Oh, I mean, I'm a bit like, sorry. Um, I'm doing good today. Love your face. This color is lovely on you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I've had a really good day today. Really good day. I went and saw these beautiful children here. I want to show you. This was their card from me. Oh, their card to me when I left them in 2017 or 16. I can't actually remember. I think it was 2017. But yeah, look, lovely card from them. I was with these two brothers. Started with them today. I started with them when the youngest was 6 months and the oldest was 2. And I tend to find that always happens with me. One's 6 months, one's 2. It's always that I've had that with a few families. Like I love a toddler and a baby. Ooh, I love it. So yeah, and now they are 7 and 5, my babies. So yeah, this year they're going to be 8 and 6, I think. Or, do I know math? 7 and 5. Yeah. So I think that's So yeah, I was with them today and I was doing homeschooling. Hi Melissa, how are you? Hi Ash. Thank you for coming back. Yes, I was doing homeschooling with them today. This was a topic anyway, so it kind of just fitted really well. Before I start, hey Lee, my soul sister. Um, before I start, could you guys share this live for me, please? That would be amazing. To all your contacts, if possible, that would be great. Because I want more people to come in. I want more parents to come in because I feel like, especially at nannies as well, I feel like the advice I'm going to give today is really going to help a lot of people. So yeah, and I want to be able to answer any questions you have live. After the live, when you want to ask questions, you're going to have to obviously book. So this is the opportunity for you to quickly ask me a quick question on the topic, and then we can just get over it. Okay. So let's get into it. I'm going to be talking about homeschooling. If you don't know, I'll put it there. Hi, who do we have down here? I can see a few views, but I don't know who it is. So please say hi. Let me know who you are. So Facebook's down here with YouTube, and you guys are up here. So I'm not going to touch it today. I'm going to try not to touch it because last time it dropped. So yeah, so when it comes to homeschooling, where do we start? First of all, big up all the parents. That was some stiff wine, boy. Big up all the parents because, guys, let me tell you something. I'm not a parent, yeah, but I'm a parent stan, and I'll tell you why. Because sorry, my earrings want to go AWOL on me today. So sorry about that, guys. Hold on. You know something always. Ow, that hurt. Hold on. Okay, it's back. Listen, you need to behave, woman, yeah. Anywho, so what was I saying? Yes, I am a parent stan, and also people think, oh, Charlotte licks parents' asses. Well, I don't, because they'll like poop. But well, then again, I'm a potty trained, especially, so I don't mind poop, but I'm not trying to eat it. Yeah. Anyways, the reason why I stan parents is because I just don't know how some parents stay sane and still be good parents, if that makes sense. Because think about it, we've been in lockdown for a long time now, right? I've lost count, so I just stopped counting because mental health and all those things I need to prioritize, Wusa and all that. They have to still work. Guys, stop laughing at me. Hi, UK Nanny. They still have to work whilst teaching their children, whilst still feeding them, whilst making sure that they stay alive and they're safe and their needs are met. Have to feed them, cook for them, clothe them. Some parents are wives, some are husbands, still have to be partners. How are you doing all this? Me, one here with no children. I struggling, okay? So I'm thinking, how are parents dealing with this? Because me as a single woman, I'm like, this is tough. So that's where it comes from. Also, I have 4 sisters, and I've seen every single one of those sisters give birth. Have you ever been in a room when a woman is giving birth? First of all, I was traumatized, but at the same time, I was overwhelmed. Hi, Manny, Max, the Manny. Hi, how are you? Hi, Shireen. I was absolutely traumatized, guys. I was traumatized because if you're a parent, you know what it's like, right? Labor, everything from start to finish, from the Braxton Hicks, and then the contractions, and then until the baby comes out, the placenta. How do you guys juggle everything? So when it comes to homeschooling, the first thing I want to say is don't pressure yourself. Do not pressure yourself and do not compare. That's the first thing I want to say, because I'm seeing way too many parents. I've been homeschooling throughout my whole career as a nanny. I assist a lot with, teaching children, especially getting children ready for school readiness. It's very important. It's a massacre. It really is. So yeah, and it's just, I don't want parents to feel the extra pressure, because really and truly, when your child is happy and they're well fed and they're loved, that's all that matters. Yes, they need their education, but on some days you might not get through all the tasks that the teacher has put for you. Big up to the teachers as well, because they're having to put in hella work right now. Even though they're at home, they're having to do all these online schooling, coming on live, and then hi, Nanny Manager, hi everyone coming in. So they're all on live, and they're taking these live classes. Today I had the music teacher. It was so funny the way she was singing. But she was like fully trying to engage with all the children, and she had the piano and she was going, and I was thinking, oh my God, like that is hard to keep all these children virtually, keep all their attention span. Do you know what I mean? And they're all 5 years old, and they're over here, they're over there, and just it takes a lot. So big up the teachers as well, yeah, because they are really having it tough right now. So please, the first thing I want to say, don't pressure yourself, parents, especially nannies as well. If you're helping with homeschooling, make sure you ask for parents, because that's taking on extra duties. You might need to negotiate your rate because you're taking on more. This is Faith. Yes, I know. I know. I hear Faith on her online schooling. Faith is one of my nanny children, by the way, guys. Absolutely adore her. Beautiful, beautiful girl. And she's so smart. But I sometimes hear her on her homeschooling when I'm in other room with her brother and stuff, and it's proper cute, especially when they do the singing. So yeah. So just don't pressure yourself, guys, and please just don't compare. If you hear other parents saying, "Oh yeah, we've done this," it doesn't matter. Even if you don't finish all the tasks for the day, it don't matter. At least you tried your best and you tried. Okay. Another thing I want to say is stick to a routine. Put a schedule in place, have a routine, and try, please, to stick to it, please, because it helps you, first of all, to plan your day. It helps your children to feel safe and secure, know what's coming next and what's coming after and things like that. Like today when I was doing homeschooling with the boys, at times I was like, yes, it's this, and they're like, no, we don't do that. This is what we do next. I was like, sorry, sorry. But it's the fact that mom and dad had a routine and they were used to that routine, and I came and I got something wrong. I got it mixed up, and the children, they checked me. Hi, Nanny. We know you know a lot, but you don't know that. Okay. I was like, shame. But I took it on the chest, on the chest. She wanted to say hello. Hey, Faye. Hello. Maybe if she stays, she can request in later before I come off. I would love to see her. Love my face. I must. Hi, Jess. Hi, Kid Life. So yeah, so make sure you do not compare yourself and you take it. Don't pressure yourself, and you have a routine and a schedule in place, okay, for you and your children. Sanity, you need it, okay? Why did I just hit myself? That actually hurt. But sanity, you need it, okay? Because woo child, how homeschooling is not easy. And I'm thinking, what about the homeschooling parents before the pandemic happened? Like, no one was giving them credit. Hi, Fernanda. No one was giving them credit, right? But now you are seeing that it's actually not, oh, we're just at home doing nothing. They're actually putting in work. And I honestly feel like a lot of the children have adapted so well to this. Does anyone else agree with me? I just amazed at how well the children have adapted. And children are very adaptable anyway. I think us as adults don't give them enough credit for being adaptable and flexible because we put our constraints on them. But trust me, children, you can switch up something and they're ready to go. Unless obviously they have educational needs or special educational needs or other additional needs. But yeah, so moving on, I wrote loads of notes. So you see me looking down, it's just so my brain is like discombobulated. There's so many things going on. So I write notes to keep me on track, even though I digress a lot, don't I? But I hope you guys are getting this. It's quite hard to just talk for an hour, like I talk to myself a lot, but to talk live, it's like people even listening, like you don't really know what people are doing. But I hope you guys are still here with me. And if you are, you know what to do. Drop me some purple love hearts so I know you're here, you're interacting with me, and I ain't just talking to myself. So moving on, I want to say stay active. Create exercise routines, stay active. There are so many resources online. My goodness, YouTube is a lifesaver. I found today, guys, the school, this one, it really helps me as well with the homeschooling because I see a lot of the resources that the schools use, and I'm like, right, no, so it really helps, to expand my knowledge and my experience as a nanny as well. Because today me and my nanny child did what is this workout on YouTube. Check it out, guys. It's so cool. So basically what happens is it's PE, it's part of being active. So the first part was they show a silhouette and it says, what is this? And you have to guess what the silhouette is, right? And it gives you two options. So for instance, it will show an apple and it will give you they say, what is this? And the silhouette is the apple. So you don't actually know what it is, right? Because it's black, right? And then you have to decide if it's an apple or orange. And the apple has one exercise, which was squats. And then the orange had another exercise, which was like jumping jacks. So I was like, I think it's the apple. So I was doing the squats. And then my nanny child was like, I think it's the orange. So he was doing this, the jumping jacks. And then it reveals what the actual silhouette is. But it's a really good way of, like, I thought that was just genius. I was like, you see something, you think, why didn't I think of that, man? Gosh, man. Like, I have it all the time. I see someone's idea and I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. Why didn't I think of that? So that is one of the resources that I saw on YouTube that was really, really sorry, I get loads of messages while I'm on live, so I'm just like, oh. So make sure you stay active and you create exercise routines. Incorporate dance, incorporate yoga. There's cosmic yoga, which is bomb. Cosmic yoga has different themes. There's like frozen yoga and there's Minecraft and there's all these different, cosmic yoga, like a namaste and all that. I love it. So, encourage your children to do that. And if you have a schedule from the school, they normally incorporate all these things anyway. But if the school's just giving you like, I see some people just get worksheets, just papers to complete. And yeah, you can do that too. But if you want to incorporate, just not have your child sitting down idle, on the computer or the iPad or whatever, you can incorporate that, that idea of, staying fit and being active. And they also have, what's his name, the Joe guy. I'm not really a fan of that, I think it's a bit dry. I'm not gonna lie, that's just my opinion. I did it with homeschooled with the week before with a boy who was 9 and a girl who was 7. And I thought the Joe Wicks thing was a bit dry. I'm sorry, guys. I need to say, I was just like, this is a bit boring, isn't it? Like for kids, I just think, all right, guys, like I think now we're gonna rest and da, da, da. I just thought it was very much for adults. But correct me if I'm wrong. Some people think it's amazing. I think what he's doing is amazing. But I just don't know if it was as like like the energy or I just think, I don't know. It's more for me. I thought it was more for older children. Anyways, that's just my opinion anyway. It might not be popular, but I don't care. But yeah, you can use Joe if you want. Moving on. So what's that? 3 tips, yeah. So now we're going to tip 4. I'm gonna say this one is so important. My God. Oh my God. This one is so important. Realistic expectations. Guys, please. Let's be realistic. Parents, let's be realistic. Like I said, if you don't finish all the tasks for the day, it don't matter. Yeah, it's not as stimulating. This is what I said. Yes, this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The Joe thing, it's not that, is it? I was there to. Oh God, yeah. I was getting bored. I was getting bored. And me, big in my 30s. They need me. He ain't passionate. That's right. They need some Bella B fit night up in there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I don't know why I just did that, Val, because you don't do that. But another thing that helps, look, we got some tips. Hold on, Fernanda says, another thing that helps a lot is to identify the learning style of each. Listen, I shouldn't have read that because you just took my next point, right? True. I'm going to come back to that though, because when I say it, I'm going to come back and we do it together, we got this, and, work together, collaboration. So, yes, let me go back. Realistic expectation, guys. My goodness, it's so important, please, because this workload they're giving these young children, man, it's too much. It's too much. I don't care. I love you, teachers. I think you're doing an amazing job. I know you guys you've got your bosses, like your head teachers are telling you what you need to do, and you've got Ofsted here trying to talk about how they're going to be coming into. Please don't get me started on that. They're going to be coming into Zoom. Ofsted's going to be coming into lessons and watching how the lesson is done. Give teachers a break. They've already doing the. Listen, Ofsted, go. Don't even, because when you was here meant to be regulating nannies, I don't know what you was doing, but anyways, let me stop because I'm going off subject. Anywho, it's a lot of homework. It is. That's what I am. Me, I'm a visual learner, right? You recite to me, I'll be like, huh? Can you say that again? You could read it 5 more times. Would it stay in my head? Probably not. If you show me how to do something, Lord Jesus, I'll probably get it the first time. Yeah? So learn. We're going to come back to that. Yeah, we're going to learn that. Right. But realistic expectations. Even if my child gets through 2 things today, like for instance, a few weeks ago, I was working with a little girl. She really struggled with maths. I'm not very good at maths. I'm someone that, like I said, I know a lot, but I don't know everything. And even sometimes I was having to work out the answer before her. You know, when you're like, can you help me? I'm like, yeah, 1 minute. 2% over 5, yes, the remainder that in, and that's what I was doing. I had to work it out before her because I don't want the little girls come tell me, yeah, this is this, and I'm like, is that right or wrong? So I had to, even got me learning homeschooling, so I made sure that I was like ahead, like I was looking at the work that they got before they do it. I'm just working out all the answers before, saying, not trying to look dumb and all that, what I'm saying? Can't be out here talking about childcare expert, and then I'm like, can't even do fractions. So yeah, I was like, oh, I haven't done this in a few years, 20 odd years. So I was just like, let me work it out. So yeah, so just make sure you're not sort of laughing at me. Oh, look, Fernanda. Listen, let me tell you about my friend Fernanda, yeah? She's my, you have a social media friend. This is my girl, She's an amazing mom. She's been a teacher. She's been a nanny. She's been a maternity nurse. Guys, go follow her because she's amazing. She just said, I used to be a teacher. Jesus is not easy. I didn't even know she used to be a teacher. I thought I knew everything about you, but I don't. But anyways, it don't matter. But yeah, so make sure your expectations are realistic, okay? Now let's get on to Fernanda's point. Learn your child's learning style. It's so important. How they learn, how they absorb information, how they communicate, how they register and store information is so important. No 2 children are the same. Okay, they might be similar, but no 2 children are the same, right? And it's so difficult sometimes to see children struggle, and I'm like, or parents trying to push certain ways of learning onto kids, and I'm looking and I'm thinking, they're not going to get it that way. Like, but as well, it's hard to, like, you don't want to overstep the parent either. But I always advise, like, this is what I do and this works. So, you know, this is how your child is more receptive to what I'm saying when I do this. So maybe if you try that, you know, you give a bit of advice, but don't look like you're undermining the parent or anything. But also, I just want to say, parents that are trying to work from home and homeschool, please reach out for help, because today I was sitting there thinking, this is a full-time job. You need one person to allocate this. So how are people navigating this? Like, how are they getting any work done? And I'm hearing a lot of parents like, we just have to work in the evening. And I'm like, so when are you getting any time to yourself? They don't, right? So make sure that you learn your child's learning style, how they pick up information. And we're going to go back to what Fernanda said, because it was very important. Okay, so she said another thing that helps a lot is to identify the learning style of each child. For example, some children are visual learners, some are auditive, and others can. Do you want to, Fernanda, if you're free, you can come on live and explain that a bit more. If you don't feel comfortable, that's fine. But could you put in the comments, just explain visual learners, auditive, and other can, and stuff like that? Because some people might not know what you mean. I do, but I'm not going to assume everyone else does. So yeah, if you don't want to come on live, that's fine. I would love to see your face though. So you could request in, but if you don't want to request in, please just type up in the comments, let me know. She used to teach primary school children and preschool children in Brazil. Yes, Brazil. I'm gonna learn how to do that, trust me. I want to do the hip thing. Brazilian women are beautiful, man. You know, you see them, they're just I'm not even doing it right. So anyways, moving on. Limit screen time. My goodness. Today, my nanny children, they're at the front, at the screen like this, yeah, doing their lessons. And then when it's break time, they want to still be at the screen. Get up. No, we're not going to sit down and just have you having square eyes. Or I had a nanny, I had a mum boss before, they used to call it fish eyes. Could just, do you know what I mean? No, we don't want that. Get up. We're going to do something active. We're going to go play. Today, you know, when you say something to children, you suggest something, and then they love the idea, and then they just want to keep doing it and 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 doing it, and to the point where you're like, why did I suggest that? That was today. But I didn't mind, actually. I didn't think the last bit. I said, let's play hide and seek, thinking they're going to be like, no, we want to play hide and seek. They were like, yeah! I was like, oh, okay. Hide and seek is my lifesaver, you know. It saves me in every situation. Children love to hide, don't they? So they were like, yeah. And then every break we had, like, let's play hide and seek. Okay, no, let's play something else now. Okay, it's not every day hide and seek. Like I said in the beginning, to just get you off the screens, but I don't mind talking online. Oh, requesting. This would be good to get Fernanda in to talk a bit about children, how they learn. Oh, Fernanda, don't excite me, please. Requesting. Right, moving on. Learn through play. It's so important. I've heard a lot of parents like, oh, you just play with the children, they don't actually learn. Incorrect. I'm a big advocate for learning through play. I just think it's amazing. So many children learn through playing. Play is like such a great tool to use. There's so many different types of play. You know, adult-led play, child-led play, sensory play, messy play, water play, all the different types of play, right? That ain't all of them. Outdoor play, there's loads of different types. So I think learning through play is very important. Sometimes ditch this. I say don't like stick to schedule, but sometimes ditch it. If you see your children are getting too stressed, you're getting too stressed. Okay, today we're gonna have a break. All day we're gonna have a break. We're gonna learn through play today, and that's okay. That's absolutely fine. Okay, don't put no pressure on yourself. If you're watching this back on the replay, I would love for you to comment as well. Okay, if you're watching this back on the replay, make sure you comment and you let me know. Wagwan. Okay, right. Moving on. Have a snack box, because today all I could hear was, Auntie Shada, can I have a snack? Auntie Shada, can I have a snack? Auntie Shada. I said, oh Lord, oh Jesus. Okay, right, guys. We're gonna have a snack at this time and this time. In between, we are not snacking, okay? Because you're gonna have your meals. So make sure you have a snack box and make sure it's close by. So when your child is ready to just have a little nibble, it's right there. Also the same with water. have a jug of water, probably not close to their computers because we don't want no malfunctions and all that stuff. But you still can have your water, and bottled water is really good, cap on, or you get the cups that don't spill, stuff like that. Use it, right? Moving on, there's so much more. Get outside, guys. So important. Why do I keep punching my hand? I don't know, but let's get outside. Go and see nature. Go for a walk. Go on your scooters. Go on your bikes. Go for a little run or whatever. Go to the park. Go do a scavenger hunt outside. These kind of things. Again, learning through play, but you're also outside. You're being active. Like, it combines all different forms of child development. So utilize it. It's free. Let's move on. Reading is part of homeschooling as well. Make sure we're practicing reading. We're practicing our phonics. I am very big on reading, as you probably can see. I read a lot. And I love teaching children how to read as well. So make sure, even if it's like, if you don't want to, like I said, realistic expectation, guys, try not to do reading too late in the evening, because by then the child is exhausted. If you can, try and do it probably like early afternoon, probably in the morning if possible, because that's when their brains are most active, they're most alert. Okay, make sure, because if you do it in the evening, my goodness Lord, you're just gonna probably get a grouchy child that don't want to read this long. Okay, moving on. What else did I say here? Designated space. Have a designated space. The same space every day. Consistency is important. Okay, so this is the home learning space. They know when they do their classes, this is where they sit. Again, today I got told off. I was saying to my nanny child, come and sit here next to me. And he's like, I don't sit there. I sit on the chair. I said, oh, I got told again. Shame. He's like, that's not what daddy makes me do. Daddy said I have to sit here. I was like, no, why am I just getting bad up by a 5-year-old today? But I didn't mind. I just was like, my bubba, I love you. So yeah, so make sure that they have a designated space. That's the same space every day, and it's a space that they associate with learning. Okay, moving on. School materials. So where I've been doing this homeschooling for a while, and I've been supporting a lot of parents recently with homeschooling only. So not even just nannying, just homeschooling, right? What I find is some schools, like I said, have given a full schedule. They have live classes, then they have a break, and then they tell you all the different lessons. And other schools don't have live classes. They have recorded classes. So you watch a video and it's the teacher talking and all these different things, right? Some other schools just give you worksheets. That's fine too. But just make sure that whatever school schedule is giving you, try and stick to it. But if you can't do everything, like I said, it's fine. But just make sure you remain consistent. And also the advice I will give, because my goodness, the amount of time spent downloading worksheets, printing them off, trying to log on to links that don't work. What's the other thing? Logging on to the wrong class, like, you're not in this class, darling, you're in the next class. And you're like, okay, log out. Okay, where's the next link? Try and keep, if you can, when you're doing the, this is something that's helped me. When you're doing the homeschooling, if it is the type where they have different links that you need to, try and keep that on one page and always keep that page open. And when the children are on a break, 5 or 10 minutes before the break is over, set up the class for the next, whatever the next subject is. And that's what I found really helped me. Because when I was, I went in emergency, one of the nannies, I was just covering her sick days. And I went in, and obviously where she had pre-planned, like before the class starts, she put out everything that they needed for that class. That really helped me. I don't know her, but I was thinking this nanny's a G. Like I feel like even though she didn't know she was gonna get sick, it helped, because for me, the next nanny coming in just made my job 10 times easier. So, keep that in mind as well. And the children love it. They come ready for class. There's no waiting around and they're getting frustrated because this link don't work and that link. So it's just about being organized, really. Moving on. Real world activities. Okay. So like I said, when you're going outside, Make it a learning experience, right? Oh my God, my Birmingham accent came out really strong there, didn't it? Yeah, I heard it too. I know, I heard it. Don't worry. I don't normally hear it, but that came out quite strong. And my baby went, "Whoa, what happened there?" So yeah, real world activities. I'm gonna drop a gem right now that I don't really tell people, but I'm gonna tell you guys because I love you and you're so loyal and you're always here and you rock with me. Okay, one of the really good ways of helping children with word and letters and number recognition is reading license plates. When you're out on the road, read license plates with children. I swear to you, this is how I got a lot of the children I work with to talk very early because when we're out from your baby, I don't care. You can see, you can learn. I will stop at different cards and I will point out. Can you please post Fernanda's Facebook details here? Oh, look, you got a fan. Fernanda, what's your Facebook? Let me know what your Facebook is or if you're on it and then I can post it here. Let me see. Can I comment? Can I reply to this? I don't know how to put a comment in, but I will let you know if she does have one, okay? See, Fernanda, you got some fans here. Hi, KK. Thank you for coming on. So yeah, when you do the license plate, like it might say, I'm gonna give what car did I used to have? I can't remember, but anyways, hey, bro. Hi. Oh my goodness. Hi. So many lovely people. Oh, Fernanda don't have Facebook, my lovely. So KK, if you have Instagram, look at me doing my networking connections. She's Fernanda _ maternity _ nurse. Look at me just promoting you, girl. So go, make sure you go and follow her because she's got some good tips. Hi. I love it when people I actually know are in this. Hey Liz. Hey Simon. So yes, moving on. Real world activities. So the license plate, right? You see a license plate on a car, the different ones like AD57, JFK or whatever. Yeah. Do the sounds. Ah, the, yeah. Number 5, that's a 5. Look, it's a 5, a 7. Talk to them and help them to recognize it. To one point, one of my mom bosses said to me, over the weekend, I noticed that when we went out, you know, I say little Sammy, yeah, we weren't Sammy, but little Sammy was just stopping at every car, and I was like, oh, okay, why? I know he likes cars, but she goes, no, he was reading the license plate. So I just want, is that something you do with him? I was like, that's what she's gonna be like. Oh, this weirdo nanny boy. I was like, yeah, it is. It's a way for them to learn. That's absolutely genius. I was like, thank you. Isn't it? Go me. Big up yourself. Yeah, I was like, thanks. And then she was like, what made you think of that? Like, I really want to pick your brain. And then I was talking to her, so absolutely amazing. I just think that's amazing. I'm thinking it's a really good way to teach children. So use it. Use that little tool that I've just given you. It's free. Okay. Use it because it really does help. And it also helps children with self-awareness, one, and also focus, right? Because they're now being aware, like I said, I can't talk today. What is going on? Real world activities, okay? So they're out, but they're being more active, they're being more alert, they're focusing more, they're taking in the surroundings more. So yeah, keep that in mind. This is what good nannies do. Thank you, darling. I agree. Um, also, make sure you're taking regular breaks, okay, guys. Please, if they finish a lesson early, and for instance, their Spanish class are between 9 and 10, and they finish at 9:40, let them have that 20-minute break, as well as the half-an-hour break that's about to come up as well. Give them that time. You can have that time to yourself as well. So it's like I said, stick to the schedule, but sometimes things might not go to plan. So be adaptable, be flexible, and try not to pressure yourself too much. Looking at house numbers too. Yes, indeed. My eyes are not great. So it's a very like a kind of thing with the house numbers. But because cars obviously they're closer, right? When you're walking down the road. So that was my way of doing it. But house numbers are good too. Very much so. And also, why have I gone blank? I hate when this happens. Sorry guys. I've got a brain freeze. Sign, road signs, that's it. Sorry, road signs. You know, you got the road, yeah? I just about to say, oh my God, I just about to say my road name. Oh, that's so bad. No, Charlotte, you can't do that. What, let me think of a road that I'm trying not to incriminate. Oh, Decimus Street. Decimus Street. Decima Street, yeah? Decimus Street. We'll stop and we'll talk. What's the letter? Decima. Decima. Make it a song, whatever. Do your phonics with it. It's a really good way of using, the outside world to learn. Also, not that you'll be taking children to the supermarket because, the pandemic and all that stuff. I don't know what people are like. They're doing a lot of online shopping. But if you do, make that a learning experience as well. You see the signs at the top of the aisle. It tells you like aisle 6 and they have bread, egg, and da da da. Use that as well to teach children food, about different foods and, how to read and all that. Trust me, make it a learning experience. Moving on. I think I've said everything, Oh, no, I haven't. Have some compassion as well, because it is very easy to get frustrated when, well, I'm going to talk for Black parents because I'm Black, so I don't really know how to talk from another colored experience, but I'm going to talk from my Black experience. And most people on here will understand this. In some cultures, I'm going to say Jamaican culture, I'm going to speak for myself. You do your homework or you're learning with your parent, and when they ask you a question and you're getting it wrong, they tend to repeat the question, but every time they repeat it a bit louder, because that's them getting annoyed at the fact that you don't know the simple answer to this question. So for instance, they'll be like, 2 + 2 is what? And you'll be like, 3. 2 + 2 is what? And you'll be like, 2 + 2 is what? And it's like, why are you shouting? Like, and then the child gets flustered and the parent gets annoyed, and then before you know it, the child's crying, the parent's getting vexed, and oh, Fernando, that's not good. No judgment, but yeah, we have to be compassionate and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lord Jesus, I did not birth a child that don't know 2 + 2. But please, Lord, sometimes you have to go into that mindset. Guys, stop laughing at me. So yeah, just zen, be patient. Let's try this again. 2 + 2, my dear. 2 + 2 is, it's a culture thing, like you said. There you go. But it's nice. It's actually nice to know that non-Black families do that too. Well, it's not nice because it's not a nice thing, but yeah, because I only know for me in my household, it was my mom was like, 2 + 2 is what? Hello, hi, say that again, and I'm like, what is it again? Yeah, obviously you would only do that with your child, but stop. Just be like, darling, let's think about what we're saying, Right, moving on. Okay, I'm going to give you some fun tips to make homeschooling fun, not just boring and dry. Like your week. I'm joking. No, he's not boring and dry. We are very loud Latin. Yeah, that is true. That is so true. But yeah, join the club because so are we Jamaicans. We are loud. I'm quite ignorant sometimes, but hey, I love my people. All right, so create exercise routines. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Exercise and exercise and exercise and exercise and I'm joking. No, that's not. But you know what I mean. Create a routine. Dance parties. You can do dance parties. Put on some music and just shake out the stress. Shake it up. Shake it up. Just be silly. Today, what's the one of my nanny boys that I was working with today, my baba, he's obsessed with the what's that Ed Sheeran song with Stormzy? Roll it and done it. How's it go? Own it. That's it. It's called Own It, yeah. And he's like, can you play Own It? And he's like, we had a dance battle today. It was so funny. Doing all this, and I'm like, no, watching. Your turn, and I'm like. And he's like, your turn, and I'm like, your turn, and he's like, doing all this, and I'm like, what? So, just have a dance party, release the stress, So yeah. Oh, very much so. Sorry, I just writing something down. But yeah, so just release the stress, okay? Now hire help, hire support, get a tutor if you can, get a nanny if you can, get a governess if you can, get a neighbor. This is what I had the other day. I had a nanny family that the neighbor was helping them. The neighbor was like a student, a uni student that obviously didn't need to go to uni. He was doing uni from home. And he had a few hours to spare, so we helped his neighbors out. I was doing the 2 days that he couldn't. So yeah, like utilize your resources. If you have even so one time with grandparents that are on Zoom and they're watching the children. Obviously, they're not there physically. Like, can you sit back down in your seat? But the children had any questions, the grandparents were there to help them via the phone. So, things like that. Just seek support. There's nannies like me and nannies all over the world that are willing to help. So please reach out. Reach out. There's people out there that really want to, help. Get it, Shada. Thank you. Right, let's go to the comments quickly. Did you do a live about first-time parents? No, but I have one scheduled in, so don't worry about it. What would you like me to talk about? Feel free to put it in the comments, or you can DM me privately. Fernanda Maternity Nurse said, I don't know why I said your full name out like that. Try Ritzbox, Brazilian music with physical exercise. It's the only one my child likes. Oh, thank you for that. I would put that down on my resources. I've got like a worksheet that says all the different resources I use. So yeah, it really does help. And play board games and DIY activities. Do projects. One of the children that I was working with today, they had a project to build a lighthouse. So things like that, like really good, because you can drag that over a period of days, or that could be like the week project or the 2-weekly project or the month project, things like that. And it keeps children creative, works with the fine motor skills and all that. So yeah, very important. Guys, you know what to do. If you found this live very useful, please put your love hearts. Fernanda, did you want to request in? Please do let me know. I'm happy for you to come on live. What was I going to say? There's something else I was going to say. It's gone up my mind. Faith, if you're still watching me, my lovely, feel free to request in as well. I don't mind if you want to come and say hi. That would be cute. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. All the purple love hearts. KK, you are very much welcome. Are you on Instagram? If so, please send me a DM. Let me know. Wagwan, how are you? Hi, V. That's my mentor, guys. She's amazing. Go follow her. Insight to marketing. Right. Also, I'm good. I'm not good. Okay, let me try and request you then, Fernanda. Let me see. There you are. Right. You just need to accept it. Because you were talking about learning your child's learning style. So it'll be good to just get some more kind of gentlemen.
A virtual hug.
Yes, I'm hugging you. How are you?
It's the only thing that we can do now. How are you?
I know. So I have to see your face. Me and you talk all the time, isn't it? In the DMs, like every day.
I see you all the time. You're very famous, but
oh no,
I'm not that famous.
Stop it. Right, come on, talk to us. Because you are, first of all, tell us who you are. Introduce yourself. Let people know.
Okay, my name is Fernanda. I'm from Brazil. I am a maternity nursery currently. I used to be a nanny. I have been a teacher. I'm also, I teach English as a foreign language. So I did lots of this teaching with grown-ups. And we're talking about different styles of learning. And that applies the same for adults, not only for children. And it's so interesting because it really works.
It really does.
Yes, a lot. It helps so much. The only thing I found a little bit tricky sometimes is to try to find out the learning style of a child when this child is under 5 years old.
Yeah.
Because they don't have the attention, so it's quite tricky to understand if they're visual learners or auditive learners or kinesthetic.
Yeah.
Most of them, they learn through play, and that's kinesthetic learning. But then as they grow up, that's going to be different.
Yeah, it can
So
change.
it's easier to apply when they're a bit older.
Yeah.
It's easier to understand and to find out when they're a bit older.
Yeah.
With my child, I believe, but I'm not sure yet,
Yeah.
that she's visual. She needs to see
Yeah.
what's in front of her.
Yeah.
But if someone gives her instructions, she gets lost.
That is me.
But it's funny saying that, because usually auditive learners, they're good at learning different languages.
Yes.
She's bilingual, and she's very good at learning different languages as well.
Wow.
She doesn't speak Spanish, but she knows this is Spanish.
Yeah.
She tells me, comparing with songs,
yes.
other people's songs. But then that's how it's tricky to know if she's going to be auditive,
yeah,
or visual.
Yeah. You don't know. What I find really helps me, like, to learn, because I work with a lot of the early years children, is observations. I watch a lot. I do a lot of observations, and I tend to do that very early on, because I want to learn how they learn. So when I'm implementing things with them, I know how it's going to be best received, and then I can then support the parents and say, right, I've noticed that, little Sammy, I keep saying little Sammy, I don't know why, but little Sammy, little Sammy, when he was doing this activity, I noticed that when I gave him this, he weren't as much receptive, but when I gave him this, he just aced it. So I think maybe taking that approach until he starts showing us other ways that he can learn, that's the best way to, bring it in.
That's the right way to do it, because you can try, let's say, maths, you can try the visual thing, you can try the auditive, or you can try a game, you can try anything. So you have to understand what's best for that child.
Yeah.
And that's what is very difficult in a classroom. And I have to say, my child, she's thriving home with me, because I know her way of learning.
Yeah.
And in a for her, in a classroom with 30 other kids, the teachers, they can't
give her that attention. Yeah.
Exactly. So all the other parents are having so much problem. I spoke to a teacher yesterday, but she's so easy. She's so easy. And she's very quiet. Another point that you said as well is about the time. Like, sometimes you are more productive during the morning, and then sometimes more in the afternoon. In the evening, not so much. And it's the same with the child. So if you think that your child, she is more productive, like mid-morning, don't start earlier, because sometimes you're just going to have a big fight with them. Right. You have to know those points when they're most active, and the things that are most important. Different little things
literally
that will make huge difference. And that's the thing. But like, I know that because I've gone through this teaching thing.
Yeah.
And I've taught different kids as well. So it's easy for me to understand. But for a parent who is home with a child now, is a new thing, and is a horrible thing as well, because everything that's going on. And they lost, and it's really sad, and like, they don't have much help, because the teachers, they can't help much.
Yeah.
And I'd love to help some parents, like, for free, it's just because I think it's, and I do sometimes what I do with some of her friends, we do like a Zoom call twice a week, just to get them talking, because some of them are getting depressed, and it's really, really sad, because they really miss their friends, and it's such a big thing. And, it's
today when I was homeschooling the little my nanny boy, the little boy, the youngest, when they did the, because some of the key worker children are allowed to go to school.
Yeah.
So they did like a music class, and he was like, "There's my best friend. There's my best friend." And I was like, "Oh my God." He was just like, "I miss him." And he was like waving, and the whole class, they just kept waving to each other like this. It was so cute. I was getting tears, and I was like, "This is so cute." But it made me just think, children miss the social interaction, like they miss it so much.
A lot. And it's really, I think now, it's getting worse, I think, with this mental health thing. It's really sad. But, well, I think we just have to be very strong now.
Yeah.
I mean, like for me, like a mom, I have to be strong for her.
Yeah.
And we have to be strong for each other.
Yeah.
And just try to do the best we can, really.
Try
I
your
don't think
best.
parents now, exactly, they shouldn't put too much pressure on them.
Right. It's what I was saying.
Because
I'm
kids,
pushing
they
it on
get
them.
like that, so they will go back to school and they will learn and they will relearn or whatever. So we shouldn't put too much pressure on the parents now.
I agree. Thank you so much, Fernanda. And you're just beautiful. Your picture does not give you justice.
No, I'm not.
You are. I'm looking at you now, and I'm looking at your picture, and I'm like, that picture does not do you justice, okay? Because you are beautiful.
No, you are too. We have to meet. I really want to meet you one day.
Definitely. I said this to you. Once we're allowed out, I'm allowed to socialize again, we are going for brunch. And you're bringing your daughter, okay? Make sure you bring her.
I will. She's really cute.
Thank you so much.
You
okay, take care.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye. How lovely is she? Oh my God. It's so nice to meet people and then see their beautiful faces. Like, she's even more beautiful than I thought. Just genuinely a lovely, lovely person. Like, she's been following me for a while, from the beginning actually, and she's just been so supportive, so supportive. Absolutely adore her. And it's so nice as well because she's a mom, she's been a nanny, and now she's a maternity nurse. So she just has so many different aspects of, you know, what she's done and just perspective. So I love that. I love that she came on as well. Thank you so much, Fernanda. I really appreciate you doing that. I want to leave the live on one last note, and that is, parents, please prioritize your self-care, okay? Because this homeschooling, it's not easy. We know that it's not easy. Even me, as a childcare expert, international nanny, I've got experience, I've got qualification, all this stuff. It's still difficult for me. So I don't even know how you guys are handling it. And I'm the person that comes in for a few hours and then I get to leave and go home to my house. Okay, you guys don't get the chance to do that. So I really want to make sure parents are prioritizing their self-care. And I know someone's like, how am I going to do that and stuff? Let me tell you, please, if you can, make sure your children's in a nice schedule or routine, because if your child's not in a routine or schedule, it means that you're constantly parenting. That is not healthy. You cannot be the best person for yourself, and you cannot be the best parent for your children if you're burnt out or you're, you know, overtired, sleep deprived. You know, you have to be the best version of yourself for you first and then your children, okay? If your glass is empty, how are you going to pour into your kids' cup? There's no way you can do that, you know? I'm just about to get an empty glass, but there's no point. Because I need to get up, I can't bother. But yes, thank you so much. You are great. I love you. So yes, please prioritize your self-care. Self-care could mean it's very different to other people. What I deem as self-care might be different for someone else, but here's a few ways that you could, as parents, as nannies, as childcare providers, as people that, you know, look after children or have children, can just, you know, prioritize their self-care. You know, it's already Children's Mental Health Week this week, so mental health is a very big priority to me. So make sure you are practicing your self-care. One way you can do this is to exercise. Okay, exercise, it has scientific evidence that it helps with your happy hormone. It makes you feel good. I don't really like working out, but I need to. So when I do, I don't like the idea of doing it, but once I do it, I feel so much better. Oh man, it feels so good afterwards when you've done a workout and you're thinking, wow, I didn't feel I could do that and I got through. It's just very fulfilling. Call a friend. When I call a friend, I thought of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It's the game show. But in general, call a friend. Obviously, you don't have to ask some questions, but just have a chat with someone else, another human, another, you know, someone outside of your household. Go for a social distancing walk, you know, go for a jog, go for a walk, read a book, take a bath. When the children are down sleeping or if they have naps, use that time to, you know what, today I'm going to leave the laundry, or, you know, I'm going to batch cook. That's my next tip, by the way. I'm going to batch cook and just, you know, I'm going to take something out of the freezer and give the children today. You know, just try not to put too much pressure on yourself, because it's hard for everyone right now, but I feel it more so for parents, because imagine going through all this and then having responsibility of looking after your children and looking after yourself, looking after your partner, and it's a lot. It's a lot. So just don't put too much pressure on yourself, okay? And reach out to others. You'll be so surprised how many people are feeling the same way as you. Trust me, you'll be so surprised. And also, what's that saying? A problem shared is a problem half, isn't it? Don't feel like a burden. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, I don't want to say anything because I'm feeling like a burden." It's better to say something than not to say nothing. Put it that way. You don't say anything, it just stays in your head, it festers, it just makes it worse. You overthink, you procrastinate, and if you know you have that safe place, and also make sure before you vent to someone, you ask them, I'm feeling this way. Are you in a, are you in a okay mental state to take on what I'm about to say? Because sometimes I have it with I don't want to sound rude, but sometimes I'm not in a good mental state and someone calls me and they're not in a good mental state, but they want to offload. I don't have the mental capacity today to hear this. I really don't. So sometimes people, Charlotte, can I speak to you? I'm like, what is it about? Honestly, I need to know because today is one of those days. And I will try and always be as present as possible, but you need to also be very honest. So please, before you offload on anyone, please make sure that they are willing to receive that information and they're happy to receive that information. And don't just assume because you don't know if they're going through something as well. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave on that note. I think this was an amazing live talking about homeschooling. If you enjoyed it, please put some purple love hearts. Let me know that you was here and you stayed. I love you guys that come on and you stay throughout. You're just amazing. I really appreciate you. And everyone that shows me love, everyone that listened to my interviews with the BBC News, about Brexit and nannies, and also the BBC Radio London about who I am and what I do and the free parenting childcare that I gave out. I appreciate you guys so much, man. Thank you. Like, and this, everyone keep calling me famous, guys. I'm not famous, please. Give me some famous money and then I'll claim it. But like, I'm not a celebrity. I'm not famous. I'm just Sharda. I'm just Sharda Lambert, okay? And yes, I'm a normal human like everyone else because I ain't in all that kind of stuff. I work for a lot of people that are in the public eye and things like that. And yeah, it's not what it always makes out to be. Okay. So please, if you want to manifest anything for me, manifest financial freedom and time freedom. Okay. Thank you. You missed me. Say, oh, Kalisha, I know you was missed. You were here, girl. You missed a lot. But if you have any time, you can watch it back. It was an amazing live. If I say so myself. Fernanda, thank you so much. Jess, thank you so much. Hi, Angela. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate you all. And if you can, once I post this, please, if you can, just share it for me. The more people that get to know about what I do, the more the idea, or not an idea, the mission of nannies being put on the map, will get served. Okay. I love you guys. Appreciate you. God bless. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you next week. No, I won't. I'll see you tomorrow for the nanny hookup. Remember, I'm going live tomorrow, 9 p.m. UK time. Bye. See ya.